Hello, my name is Soham Bhattacharya, and I'm going to make a presentation on the a priori algorithm and simulate association rule mining, a problem which the algorithm solves, in a tool called RapidMiner. So in order to understand the a priori algorithm, we first need to understand the scope, which is association rule mining. It is a rule-based machine learning method for discovering interesting relations between variables in large databases. It is intended to identify strong rules discovered in databases using some measures of interestingness or to highlight general trends in the database. This has applications in domains such as market basket analysis. For example, a rule could be the item set onions and potatoes resulting in burgers, which means that if someone were to buy onions and potatoes at the same time, they are likely to be making burgers. This was an oversimplified example of a rule. As you can see on the left, a database is represented to which association rule mining can be applied. These are some of the important terminologies used in association rule mining. I is a set of, say, n binary attributes called items, and D is a set of transactions, each having a combination of binary values, with each of these values signifying the presence or absence of a particular item in a transaction. Each transaction in D has a unique transaction ID and contains a subset of the items in I. Every rule is composed by two different sets of items, also known as item sets, X and Y, where X is called the antecedent or left-hand side and Y consequent or right-hand side. In the dataset shown to the right, we can see an apparent rule stating that with the item set butter and bread, milk appears every time. An important term is support in association rule mining. Support is an indication of how frequently the item set appears in the dataset. The support of X with respect to T is defined as the proportion of transactions in the dataset which contains the item set X. For example, here the support for the item set beer and diapers is 1 by 5, as there is one instance of this item set in the whole 5 record long dataset. Similarly for the item set milk, bread and butter. Here in the examples, support has been expressed as a ratio. It can also be expressed as a whole number. That is just the number of occurrences of the item set, in which case it would be the numerator only. Confidence is an indication of how often the rule has been found to be true. For example, here we consider the rule butter and bread implies milk. According to the formula of the confidence, it is the ratio of the total support of the whole item set, including the items butter, bread, and milk, to just the consequent item set, that is milk. So the numerator and denominator come out to be 0.2 and 0.2, and thus the resultant confidence of this is 0.2 by 0.2, which is 1. The lift of a rule is the ratio of the observed support to that expected if the antecedent and consequent were independent. For example, here the lift for the rule where milk and bread implies butter is 0.2 divided by the whole of 0.4 into 0.4, which yields a lift of 1.25. Many algorithms for generating association rules have been proposed. Some well-known algorithms are a priori and FP growth, but they only do half the job since they are algorithms for mining frequent item sets. Another step needs to be done after the mining to generate rules from frequent item sets found in a database. Here we are going to talk about the a priori algorithm and going to apply it on the data set as you can see on the screen. We're going to proceed with the given minimum support of 2 and the minimum confidence of 50%. We need to find the frequent item sets and generate the association rules using the a priori algorithm. In the first step, we will create a table that contains the frequency of each item set individually in the dataset, or the support count of each item set in the dataset. This table is called the candidate set. After this, all the item sets with support count smaller than the given minimum support count are omitted from the candidate set, and we obtain the clipped candidate set. Here, only E was removed as its support count was less than 2, that was 1. The next candidate set is generated with the help of the clipped candidate set from the last step. All possible pairs of the item sets are obtained, and each of them become an item set in the new candidate set. Each of their support values are also calculated. Just like in the previous step, a new clipped candidate set is obtained after omitting the item sets with support values less than the minimum support value. The next candidate set is obtained by grouping the items in the last clipped candidate set into threes. Thenceforth, after clipping the current candidate set, we are left with just one item set. There are no other iterations available where we can group the item sets any further. After finding the last set of rules, we shall create a new table containing all the possible rules obtainable from this set of rules. After finding all the rules, we shall calculate the confidence of every rule and omit the ones with confidence below the given minimum confidence. First, in order to simulate the a priori algorithm on RapidMiner, you will need to download the RapidMiner software from this website. We can click on this button here, download button, after which the exe file will be downloaded, and we can follow the steps to install RapidMiner after that. Now, all those steps I've already completed, and here I have RapidMiner open. So RapidMiner, this is the view of a blank process in which we need to add different components and sub-processes in order to make the whole simulation. So first, I'm going to import a data set that I've already generated, a random data set that I generated with the help of Python. This is the data set that I had already generated. I'm going to import it. So these are the different transactions here. All of these are integer values, but binary in nature, either 0 or 1, either it is present or not present. Product 1 to product 6. So there are six products and 30 transactions. So we are going to apply the a priori algorithm on this data set. So we don't need to make any changes here. I will change the name of the dataset from a priori 2 to a priori just, and I'm going to store it under the data folder of the local repository. I've already stored it, but in order to demonstrate it live, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to overwrite the already present CSV file. Now it's overwritten, and we can see the result. That is the important CSV file. You can see a preview in the result tab. Under the result tab, we have all the transactions present here, all the 30 transactions. And now we are going to one by one import the different components that we need for this simulation. First, I'm going to import the CSV file. Now, a priori algorithm only works on data sets with values that have values in the range of true or false. So just binary. But our current data set, although it is binary, RapidMiner doesn't know that it is binary. RapidMiner will take the values as integers. So we first need to transform the integers into binomial values. This is the operator for that. Just connect it, and I'll connect this one to the result just to show that how it converts it. I will run the simulation, and this is the resultant data set that we obtain after converting from integer to binary value data set. all the zeros are replaced by false and all the ones are replaced by true. So after this, we will need to import the uh, a priori operator, but a priori is not inbuilt into RapidMiner when it comes with the original installation. So for that, we will need to search the marketplace for the a priori algorithm. Now there is a organization called Weka, which provides the a priori algorithm operator. Now I have already installed the Weka extension with which the a priori algorithm operator had come. Apart from the a priori algorithm, we also have the FP growth operator inbuilt into RapidMiner. But since this video is about the a priori algorithm, I'm going to simulate the process with the association rule mining with a priori algorithm. So now I'm going to import the a priori algorithm operator here. This is denoted as W a priori because it was developed by Weka. So I'll connect the resultant of the numerical to binomial operator to here, and then I will connect it to the result. After doing that, I'm going to so after doing that, I'm going to play the simulation. And after playing the simulation, we get these rules. Now, as you can see here, the minimum support that was already preset was 0.1, and the minimum confidence that was preset is 0.9. So if all the rules that have confidence above 0.9, that is 1, will be displayed here. And there were 18 cycles performed in order to come to these rules. And these were the item sets in some of the iterations. Like in the first iteration, there were 6, and in the next, there were 13, then there were 5. Finally, we were left with these rules. Product 2 equals true and product 6 equals true. There are 3 such combinations, and product 1 equals true while this is present is also 3. Even for this one, product 1 equals true and product 6 equals true has 3 combinations, and this consequent appearing with this antecedent also has 3. Now we are going to vary the minimum support and minimum confidence and see what results we get. First here, this is the minimum confidence value that was preset. I'm going to notch it down to 5.5. Now I'm going to simulate it again. As you can see, we have a lot more number of rules that was obtained after simulating. So this rule and this rule was already present in the previous simulation, which had a minimum confidence value of 0.9. Now we even have rules with confidence values as 0.8, 0.75, 0.7, all in the descending order till 0.6, since our cutoff value was 0.5. Now we are going to change the support value to from 0.1. This is the support value from 0.1 to say 0.3. This will probably give no results because 0.3 support value is rather large. So no large item sets and rules were found. So perhaps I will try changing it to 0.15 and simulate it. As you can see, the number of rules were decreased, and also the rules have changed a bit. Product 2 equals true and product 1 equals true. We have these rules. Product 2 equals true has 10 occurrences, and product 2 equals true implying product 1 equals true has 7 occurrences. All of these have confidence values that are above or equal to 0.5. So that was the simulation of the a priori algorithm on RapidMiner.